Hi guys. Wait. Don't I usually have like a circle thing? Isn't my couch? Where am I? Who's that?
Hi, Jake.
What happened?
Hi, Jake.
Oh God, what's happening?
You're in my place, Jake. How's it feel?
I'm in someone's place.
Yes.
We're all here.
We're
in
all
Seamus's
here.
Place.
Who are you? Where am I?
You are in California, and you were here for Power Morphicon.
I am?
Yes, indeed, you are.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Isn't it awesome?
That is pretty awesome.
It's pretty great.
That's pretty awesome.
Are we going to be
So-
doing this?
No. We're done with that. We're done
Okay,
with
I
that.
didn't know
Okay. Okay. So, I am here in California for Power Morphicon, which just wrapped up yesterday with my good friend Seamus Kelly.
That's me.
Which
I was starting by introducing myself.
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
Seamus Kelly, otherwise known as Writer Jetfire. I write for Den of Geek, and I am on No Pink Spandex.
Yes.
And I do some other things that we'll talk about in a little bit, I'm sure.
Yes.
And
we also have.
Hi, guys. I'm Gemma, also known as Mermaid Gem, Jewel of the Sea, Power Morphicon staff, and former member of Dan's Toku Rants.
hey,
There we go.
Same
Podcast.
here too. So.
Podcast business. Yes. Gemma and I are both crashing with this guy, who's
Me.
this is not like, I'm not doing like a hotel advertisement or anything. He's
This is not.
He's just a good friend.
This place is not open. This is not an
Not
Airbnb.
open for.
This is not an Airbnb. And also, our good friend Nick was with us as well. He had to
Yes.
fly back
Yes.
a few hours ago.
It's been a busy weekend. It is now Monday evening.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I've been busy.
But yes, we did the whole Power Morphicon thing.
But.
Yes.
Power Morphicon is great.
Yes.
Everyone does Power Morphicon.
Yes.
But I think we also need to talk about how we went to fake Japan.
We did go to Fake Japan, aka
Yes.
Little Tokyo.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
If you're ever in LA, check it out. There's lots of little Japanese shops, markets, food places, awesome bookstore, Kinokuniya.
A very fragile giant common writer.
Yes, that too.
Very fragile. It was
Anime Jungle, that's where it was.
Anime Jungle is like it's the kind of
jungle.
welcome to the anime jungle. And
Yeah.
it's so great because if you thought like you go to Power Morphicon, you're like, there's
Yeah.
all these toys there. This
Yeah.
thing has a giant it's literally a store full of toku.
Yeah.
And okay. So today we go to
Yes,
Anime Jungle
Yes.
and here came that boy because we
Yes.
saw Boy from Zoo Rangers
That was
actor.
hilarious.
Yep, Takumi Hashimoto.
Yep.
Okay, you remember his name?
Yes,
I
he
feel
was there.
bad. I'm not great with
You
the
were like,
names of
who's
Jap-
that?
And it's like and I think Nick said, oh that's
Boy.
Yeah. Well, no, he said that's Jew Yellow. I think instead of saying
Jew Yellow.
instead of saying Tiger Ranger, and I'm like, oh, that's Boy. Oh, that Boy.
So it all comes full circle
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
because
yeah.
for years people had been, you know how you get the thing where a casual fan will be like, were you aware that
Yeah.
in Japan the Yellow Ranger was a
was a
boy
boy,
and his name was Boy?
Yeah.
Irony.
So now I have that photo and it's on my Instagram, peep it, Writer Jetfire.
Oh yeah.
Dude. And then Gemma took us to that dope bookstore.
Yes.
That was a really nice bookstore. There was
I
a lot
love
of stuff in
Japan.
there. I saw some nice art books. They were lovely. Makes me want to do more drawing and animation modeling when I actually have something resembling
Just
time.
Do it!
Dude, you're the person telling me to do fewer things. Make up your mind.
Just do it! I
I
can't
have
see,
too many
this is the
things.
weird thing where I don't want Jake to like die of exhaustion,
Yes.
but I also want him to follow his dreams. So it's a really weird
Okay,
balancing
okay.
act.
So this is less a dream and more. I miss my hobbies.
That's fair, man.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, this summer though, leading up to Power Morphicon I was following a dream. You guys haven't. I've been keeping it on the down low, but you guys know I've been hinting at this, and now that Power Morphicon is over, the cat is out of the bag, because I revealed what I've been working on at Power Morphicon for the last 3 months, basically starting right at the end of the school year when I was wrapping up teaching, finishing up the script in mid-June, the first draft of the script in mid-June, doing some casting through the end of June, set construction, costuming for the first half of July, filming through the rest of July, beginning of August, editing all throughout right up until the con, to premiere something that I've been working on here. Let's see, I'm gonna toss on a little bit of gauze. What involves character with goggles. I don't know. Wait. What's this?
Okay,
What's
that's
this? What's
a
this?
series.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
my god.
That logo. Has anyone seen that logo before? You guys know that logo? That is the Go Busters logo.
I thought I was about to say VR Troopers: The Next Generation.
Go Busters has now been adapted as a fan film known to one and all as Power Rangers Grid Defense.
Hey.
Cue logo.
Power Rangers Grid Defense.
I put in the logo.
Oh, you put in the logo.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to put the logo in? Or
No, I'm actually going to do that.
Whooshing.
Because
there it
you
was.
have some editing, I can do that. I don't have my graphics, but if it's all right, can I use
Yeah,
your?
I mean,
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe. If not, then I'll wait till I get home. Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
It'll be good.
No, yes, of course.
Yeah. So that's one of the jackets for my Rangers, who are awesome people.
Yes.
I have now produced a just under 30-minute fan film, acting as the pilot episode to the, fan fictional.
Fan fictional is a great word for it.
Ranger series, Power Rangers Grid Defense. At the moment, it is one episode.
Mm-hmm.
No future episodes are currently planned. I'm not putting it completely off the table by any means. I want to focus on finishing up DRPR first, though.
Of course.
One thing at a time, people.
One thing at a time. But yes, Power Rangers Grid Defense has been the crazy secret project that I keep hinting at on Twitter. It has been a huge undertaking. And actually, we managed, and one of the reasons I was waiting till PMC was I wanted to do sort of a premiere of it here. And before I actually did the premiere, the very first panel of Power Morphicon.
So the very first panel on the very first day. 4 p.m. People are like, I gotta get the actor.
Yeah.
I gotta get the toys.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, so we're doing a fan film
4 p.m.
panel.
Fan film panel. This guy and me. First panel of the con. Grand ballroom, no less. Grand ballroom.
And so Gemma, how big is the grand ballroom? If for those who do not know how large it is.
It's pretty big.
How many people can fit in there? 500, something like that?
Yeah, around there.
That sounds approximately no, actually, it's probably more than that.
Probably considering the
No,
panel
I'm
isn't
thinking the size of the playhouse when I went to college. I'm like, I could get 300 people in that. That's 3 times. You could probably get 1,000.
It's a lot of people.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of people.
We obviously did not have
5,000.
We did not have 1,000 people for 2 guys talking about fan films. No, but it was a nice little panel.
Well, what was great about it was that we got to talk about our fan films. We got to show clips. I showed a clip from my series.
Which we haven't mentioned.
Rangers.
There we go. 21 Jump
Street Rangers, which Gemma was in, and she was delightful as Penny Barrington and the star of Extreme Mealtime, and it was awesome. It was great, and we got to talk about the making of that. And that whole fan series for me was a big learning process. And why did I combine 21 Jump Street and Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter, and you can learn why.
Basically, what I did with Power Rangers Grid Defense, where I took Japanese footage, tied it in just like I would do a Power Rangers episode. You did it first, way before me.
I did it, because I kind of wanted to know how the process was, and also I was in high school and I really liked Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I took a show called Tomika Hero Rescue Force, which a lot of people don't know these days. I couldn't find any toys for Minute Power, Morphicon, or at Anime Jungle.
Yeah, that's true.
There's always that obscure thing.
Yeah, that's pretty obscure.
It is. It didn't used to.
Let's face it. Most Toku series Toku series that aren't Sentai, Kamen Rider, or Ultraman, or a movie like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Well, that's why I did it.
Nobody.
That's why I did it, because I didn't want to be compared to Power Rangers. Weirdly, because even though I was doing basically a fan film, I didn't want to use footage from a show that had already been used for Power Rangers. Yeah. Which is why it worked out great for you.
Yeah, because Go Busters is the first Sentai series that they've ever skipped.
Yes.
Which is amazing. It's very much fun to play in that universe.
And it was fun to talk about it in front of everybody. Seemed to enjoy it. We had giveaways. It was dope. But speaking of skipping Sentais, or maybe not skipping Sentais, the main panel at the Power Morphicon.
Yep.
So, Gemma, were you working that? Were you?
I was. I had some time, and there wasn't a whole lot of staff around the main panel area. I mean, there was some Saban staff, but no convention staff. So I stood by backstage, and it was really, really awesome. I went out front when the Rangers came out.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the Saban panel now, in case we haven't
yes.
The Saban panel.
that.
They do this at Power Morphicon.
Every time.
Yeah, every year. And it starts off with the current cast
it was technically the Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge panel.
Yeah, Dino Supercharge panel, and then it introduces and gives a sneak peek at the new season for next year, which is going to be Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
And the reason why I mentioned it is because fans noticed that there's a shot in the trailer that shows a Tokuger villain.
Right, that is true, which is interesting, and we'll see if that actually plays out as anything.
We'll see if that's actually in the show, for one thing, and not only that, but if it's just like it's just there and that's it.
I really like the bits that they did show us for Ninja Steel. Like, usually you get exclusively Sentai, nothing else.
To be fair, last year they showed a shot of Sledge. There was a shot of Sledge.
Oh, that's right.
Year.
With their
energy.
There was a brief shot of Sledge's face. This time we got a little bit more though.
We got an exterior of a ship.
Yeah, we got an exterior of a ship. We got like the arena for the galactic battling tournament. The fisticuffs.
So then they do all that blah blah blah, and then they start announcing the new cast.
Yes, they did,
and amazing.
Before blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
sorry.
do you want to say? Okay,
actually, no. You can go.
Okay. So the way that they did this, they chose to do it a little bit different this year. Usually, the last time it was Judd Lin hosting it, which was amazing last time. This time he just chilled out in the audience, which is still still cool to have him there because Chip Lin. There we go. And just called them up from the back of the house, and they ran in as their names were announced. This time they did it a little different. They had each name in an envelope of the new actor for the new Rangers, and they gave those envelopes to the current cast.
Right.
So you got to see Brennan Mejia. Open up.
He would read the Red Ranger.
Open up, and he's like the new Red Ranger, and he reads off the name. The guy comes running in. Unfortunately, I don't have the actor name.
No, it's fine.
Well, yeah.
Although I do know the Red Ranger's name is Brody, so now between Megaforce and Ninja Steel, Jake Brody, those are two Rangers.
I still think Brody's a better Green Ranger name. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know why. Maybe because it sounds kind of Irish.
Yeah, a little bit.
They spell Brody with a Y.
Yes.
Like a first name, not a surname.
Yeah, as opposed to Brody with the non-silent E.
Then we get another Haley character in Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's true. Was that the White Ranger?
I want to say that was the White. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, actually.
Look, it was
It's been a long weekend, just in case.
If you literally put a gun to my head and told me and it had to ask me right after that panel, what are the character names? I'd be like screaming. Because that's all I heard.
Well, generally speaking, if there's a gun to my head, I'm probably screaming.
Okay.
So yeah, Gemma.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about what happened after they announced the cast is that
Yoshi, pink, yellow, white. Oh, by the way, we got to hear Davi Santos' real voice. He's got a perfectly normal voice. I was always curious, but now I know. Perfectly normal voice. Seems like a nice gentleman.
Yes.
And then we got to Blue.
Yoshi Sudarso, our lovely Coda, opened the envelope and announced his brother, Peter Adrian.
He couldn't even finish it. He was Peter. He was like
he opened it up. Note, none of them had seen the names inside the envelopes. He opens up this envelope and he's like, "It's Peter!" And his brother comes running up from the back of the room in the Blue Ranger, and it's just he was just breaking down with emotion. It was so beautiful.
No.
He just ran up to the stage. They embraced. It was you knew he'd kept this a secret up until this point.
From what I understand, he had told Yoshi that he didn't get it.
Yeah. No one knew. None of the Dino Charge cast knew.
None of them knew.
But you see,
but there was just so much hugging, and they were crying, the tears down. I was close enough to see the tears flooding.
I almost cried. It was such a beautiful
amazing
moment. And one of the cool things too is that when I was working backstage, I was back there and I saw the Ninja Steel cast before they came out.
Yeah.
And
you recognized it.
I recognized Peter because he has made a name for himself in other ways. He does acting and modeling too.
And he's been seen with Yoshi online. And actually, I mentioned this in live reactions. They did Wipeout together which was amazing. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, yeah, you got to see it at some point. Like search for like Yoshi Wipeout. On Wipeout, they went to compete, and at one point Yoshi actually hurt his ankle when he got knocked off. And then like the next round was the bit where they have the giant sweeper arm, and you need to jump over the sweeper arm and land, and it keeps going up while they're on these podiums.
Right.
And he was doing that on one foot, and he stayed on the whole time. And this guy's just like looking over at Yoshi on one foot, and he's like, "Dude, just fall off." And he's like, "No, I'm staying with it." Sorry.
Yeah,
that's not too loud.
But what I also, funnily enough, Peter Adrian has actually already been mentioned in Power Rangers, because in Home Run Coda, if you look, the episode Dino Supercharged Home Run Coda, if you look at the magazines in that episode that are like, shows Coda like soaring to new heights, one says, Peter S. Adrian says, "Oh brother, he's a hit."
Oh, that's beautiful. That's lovely.
It was something like that. It's not that exactly, but that's what it was. And I'm like, okay, that's cute.
But yeah, and they went on to win the whole.
That's awesome.
The whole thing with Yoshi injured, and they just like destroyed the and not only that, but Yoshi got the best time on that too out of everybody.
That was wonderful. Congrats to them.
Those two.
Wonderful.
That is beautiful. That was a beautiful moment.
It was, and like
it was
when
like
I was
the best moment of the whole con.
Yeah.
What is going on here? What's that?
No.
Oh, I just realized, did I not hit my sound camera? Am I a terrible person? I'm a terrible, terrible person. You know what? This will just be the sound that we have. I'm sorry.
Is the sound okay on
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, for something like this, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So, and...
If we sound a little tinnier than usual, now you know why.
Yeah.
Because I'm a terrible person.
That's okay.
Anyway.
But what... when I was backstage, actually, when I saw Peter there and I recognized him, I had no idea that Yoshi didn't know. So that was it was still a surprise for me too, kind of. So, one thing that I did see backstage too that was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
There were not very many of us back there, but I went back there and I'm like, "Hi guys," and they were all so sweet. Oh my god.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, "Are you excited? How does it feel to be Power Rangers?" And it was really, really awesome because the girl who's in pink looks at me and then she starts first part of the F word. She goes, "Fuck!" Like she's trying to say "yeah" or something like that. And then she's like, "Oh, wait." She stops herself and she's like, "I mean fudge." And she's like, "I need to remember now. I am a role model for children." And I thought that was so funny that she said that. It's like, yep, that's what you are. It's great. They just seemed like they were so happy, sweet, excited, honored, and oh my gosh, they're gonna be great. I could just tell.
How about that diversity?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's a very diverse cast.
I don't know if they're all confirmed, but we have 2 black people. And
Possibly, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell with lighting, etc. It didn't get close.
I'm sure the fans know at this point.
Probably.
But regardless,
it still looked like a very diverse cast.
Which is I'm all about, man. I'm all about it. They've been doing pretty good about that, and I'm just I'm glad that it's one of the Power Rangers that we've always said is one of the most diverse shows on television.
They always make sure to have a diverse cast.
Can it always be more diverse? Yeah, of course. But they're doing way better than most TV shows out there.
Yeah.
Anything on a broadcast network or whatever wishes it was this diverse.
Exactly. And actually, I'm still really glad I actually managed to get a diverse Ranger team for Great Things.
Well, that was the same thing with 21 JSR, where I was like, gender balanced team.
Yes, that is true.
Which is one of the only tokusatsu besides Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills to have a gender balanced team. So
that's right.
Point of pride for me.
Toku, as far as Toku goes, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills
is one of the few
of all things. That's the one.
I mean, unless you count something like Sailor Moon, then Sailor Moon is fine.
No, I mean out of the live action Tokus that have been in America, that's the one that actually achieved gender balance.
And lesbian ranger in my show.
That is true.
Diversity.
That is true.
What's up? Sorry.
It's okay.
So yeah, Gemma, what other cool things did you do at the con?
Well, I ran around a lot because I was staff.
Yes.
But yesterday, Sunday, was probably my favorite day because I had more time to walk around and see everything and say hi to everyone. I think my favorite part was just seeing all my friends and seeing all the actors that are my friends. And it was just fun and happy, and everyone seemed to be having a good time.
it's one of the nice things. Once you've been to these cons like a few times, you start to get to know the actors. The actors start to recognize you. They might not always remember your name, and that's fine. Like, it's not like you're the one who's been on TV with your name every week. So their names are more burned into our minds and vice versa, and they meet up with a lot of people. But still, it is very nice when they do remember your names, or at the very least remember your face, and are happy to see you.
Yeah.
Actually, apparently, I had a friend of mine, Vacuminator, Simeon Scott. He was out and about, and he was with me for a little while, and later he ran into Chip Lynn, and Chip Lynn said to him, "Oh, you're Jacob's friend, aren't you?" I'm like, that's great. Like, even when I'm not even in the room, and he remembers who I am and how he knows this,
there
and
you
how
go.
he knows a friend of mine. So that's pretty great. Honestly, the first time at the last Power Morphicon, when I had introduced myself to Chip, it's like, oh, I met you at PMC 2. You signed my jacket
in 2010. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm Jake, and then later when we passed by again, he's like, "Oh, hey, Jake," and I'm like, "You remembered my name?"
He knows my name.
I know that's my little really as far as the guests go, that's been my key point of fanboy squee there.
Well, I think your biggest fanboy squee of the weekend was about our boy Brian Casantini.
Brian Casantini is awesome. Okay. And he may very well be watching this. If so, hi, Brian. It was nice meeting you. Thank you.
It was great to meet you, my good sir. You are a wonder and a delight and a beautiful human being.
He is fantastic. All this time, we've just, we've been seeing his name in the, new Saban era.
And you're just like, who's
and
that
we don't
guy?
know we've never known who he is. We knew that he was had some sort of position of power within Saban brands. We never really knew him. But, we got to meet him, and he's, super great, super nice, super enthusiastic about Power Rangers and everything. He recognizes where there are flaws in the series, and has worked hard to overcome them.
And he watches the live reactions.
Which is fantastic.
And he also said that he reads Den of Geek. He listens to the podcast. So when you think that Saban, people are like, oh, Saban doesn't listen to what people.
No.
They do listen. I mean, that's the thing.
They might not all listen, but some of them, Brian the Casantini.
And he's a high up guy there.
I'd never seen him before. I didn't know what he looked like. He introduced himself to me.
Yeah, he's like, Jay.
He's like, we haven't met, but I need to talk to you. I'm like, what is happening? I'm still, that's still the most surreal moment of the con, was one of the key producers of when the executive producer of Power Rangers introducing himself to me.
Yeah.
And not vice versa.
Yeah. Which is pretty dope.
So, and Brian, thank you very much for watching and for being a fan, and I hope we stay in touch.
Yes.
He's definitely someone who he likes to stay out of the limelight, but so he's not someone who you'll ever see at a panel or in the
he just enjoys being a part of the whole thing.
But he's very enthusiastic about what he does, and he's very enthusiastic about the fans, and he cares a lot.
Well, it's
great.
It's great.
And he's not only one of the producers for the show, but also for the movie. So he's trying to do right by the fans for the movie.
Yeah, he had some really awesome things to say about he's like, oh, I would love if we could show this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I know that Gemma, you and I, we met a lot of people who knew who we were, and
yeah.
I mean there were people coming. I saw there were a lot of people coming up to you, Jake, too, being like, "Oh, it's Database Ranger."
Well, I mean, I think you guys probably have a little bit more. You're probably a little bit more well known in the fandom.
So nice to say.
I would say. By virtue of your podcast presence, the fact that you've done so many interviews and people really latch onto those interviews.
Yes, that's true.
So many people have, I think, called you Dan because you were such the face of Dan's Toku rants for so long.
Well, I also know that that also helped introduce you to Rhett, right? The Rhett
Red Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
The Titanium Ranger, Red Fisher.
Yeah, how we all met Rhett.
By
I guess
doing that
talked
interview.
to him for the first time, doing that interview, and that's how we got to know all of the guys on DTR.
Yep.
And then I was his handler at the last Ranger stop, and he and I. Got to connect a lot there, and
it was great to see him again here as well.
Oh yeah, we're buddies.
So I would say if I get if people come up to me a little bit more often, it's more so just because the medium in which I communicate is video.
All visual.
It's all this. This is the moneymaker.
So what you're saying is, and you just go up to people's ears and be like, "This is Seamus Kelly, otherwise known as Ryan Jetfire."
And they'll freak out.
Yeah, which has happened. And okay. So I just got to say, someone actually came up to me, no joke.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Seamus, I need to get a video of you saying Trooper Transform."
Fantastic. And on top of all that, we got interviewed by Shout Factory.
We did get interviewed by Shout Factory about fan films.
We got interviewed separately last time.
Yes. Well, you were with Marissa.
I was with Marissa. We were.
Yes.
And who sadly, she's working. She works the weekends, as we've established. She wasn't able to get to take off an entire weekend to fly out to California. That would have knocked out pretty much her whole work week.
Oh well. Which is such a shame because there was some new RPM people here.
Yeah.
AKA Ika Darville.
Oh man, Ari Boyland was sorry that Marissa wasn't there at the time because he really liked meeting her as Dr. K at the last convention, and so we sent a little selfie with him and Eka and me to Marissa to say hi.
Did you get a chance to meet Ika, Gemma?
I just saw him and waved to him and smiled at him, and that's about it. Because, like I said, I didn't get to do as much because I was staffing.
Yeah,
he's a pretty great guy. I liked him.
All I did was I went up to him and I'm like, "Yo, Power Rangers is great. Jessica Jones, though."
Yeah.
He's so good at Jessica Jones.
They had some stories about RP. I'm not going to get into them.
We don't need to repeat.
We don't need to repeat those.
If you see Jake in person sometime,
maybe I might tell you.
Maybe you might share one.
But I do not need to be sharing that with the. I'm just going to say right here. I'm just going to say this much right here. From what I gathered from the RPM Rangers and from Cameron Gibo, who played the Silver Ranger in Super Mega Force, we should totally get the director Charlie Haskell to Power Morphicon. He's one of the New Zealand directors. I'm sure that man has fantastic stories from what they've done.
You direct so much of the show. I mean,
he's been active since early in New Zealand.
He directed things like Xena and all that down there, from what I understand. So that's pretty great. If I got that wrong, I don't think I did. But
I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
He's probably done a lot of the New Zealand stuff.
I know I've been seeing his name since early on. Maybe possibly even Ninja Storm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness gracious. So then I know that you had, how was your screening of the Grid Defense?
Yes, not only did we get to have a panel where we discussed fan films and I got to preview Grid Defense, but we got to have an actual screening of Power Rangers Grid Defense. Now note, it was still at like 98-99% done, so it's still a bit of an unfinished cut. We'll be uploading it, the full cut, when I get back home, which will be in another week. When I'll do the last bit of polish, but people responded well. I liked it.
It was good.
Thank you.
It was good.
I did a little Q&A afterwards. Had a lot of questions. But yeah, for something put together in like 3 months.
Yeah, pretty solid.
It is.
I feel very good about the finished product.
So go watch it.
Yes. Go watch it when it comes out.
And to the people who are with Power Rangers who have said, "Oh, we'd love to see it." I will be in touch.
You'll be sending.
I will be in touch. I will not miss that.
No, not at all.
No. That's been a journey. That has been a.
But you made it.
Made it. And now I'll get to finish it up when I get back home. I'm going to be spending a week out here in LA, chillaxing with this guy. And
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, Gemma's leaving tomorrow. It's it's my summer off. First year teaching. I figure I'm out in LA, might as well enjoy myself outside the con as well. But yeah, I was on staff this weekend. That kept me really busy, running all over the place. That flippin', I say flippin' because it literally does a little flip.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jake. Look, y'all can have your Legacy Thunderzord, Legacy Ninja, your black and gold PMC exclusive Megazord. You can have your Ranger keys. You can have your whatevers. You can have
too much of the black and gold.
$1,000 mecha, whatever. Morphin Pop is life. Cause no, this is so terrible. I can't believe I'm doing this on camera for your faithful fans. Cause when you hit it, oh god,
oh what are you? There we go. Morphin pop. It popped.
If you're a fan of the MMPR toys, you've seen this before.
Yeah.
And now this is a Dr. Claw thing.
MMPR toys. They were. So what are
dude, they're great.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
Oh yeah. So what are some other dope memories from the con?
Well, I ran around doing a bunch of filming.
Yes, which they will see in like
a year, maybe, hopefully.
And you might see us in it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I got quite a few people in there. Quite a few. I'd say more than at the last Power Morphicon.
And that was some good stuff.
And those are some great.
Yeah, man. Whoever filmed that at the last PMC was a great guy, amazing dude. I would love to meet him.
He was okay.
He was okay.
He was okay.
Kind of a diva. He's kind of diva, right?
A little bit.
He was like, oh, you need me. You can't do nothing. No, who? This guy.
It did make everything a lot easier having someone to be able to follow us as we were running around.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this time around, I had a little bit of a better grasp on it, so I was able to do the tripod.
For sure.
Just because I usually tend to stick to the tripod for conservation of continuity with.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, that was super helpful at the first con, or at the last con. PMC 4, the fourth con at the first con.
5 PMCs.
Yeah.
Can you believe it, guys?
9 years ago was the first time I went to PMC. Crazy.
Yes.
Went there. Swept the trivia contest. Had my trivia contest again this year. This is my 4th time running the trivia contest. These people are gluttons for punishment.
Did you not say that they were like, make it harder?
They didn't say make it harder. I asked if I should make it easier, and they said no. I'm like, you people are gluttons. None of you are answering any questions right now. No, that's not entirely true. Obviously, some people got.
Well, someone won, so it was all good.
Exactly.
So what you should do is you should go to the next Power Morphicon and participate in trivia.
Yeah, it's fun times.
Yeah, I keep remembering I have to look at the camera and not the screen. It's so difficult because you want to do that.
It's fine.
But you should go to his trivia thing and just be a glutton for punishment, and then tell him to make it harder so that my statement can retroactively be true. And then you'll help a brother out, right?
Yeah. I have the notoriously difficult trivia competition, but people enjoy it.
Yes.
People really seem to enjoy the struggle. The struggle. It's because when you do know the answer, you feel so accomplished.
You need to train yourself. Train yourself by playing the Trivial Pursuit game.
Oh yeah, that's a great form of training. Yes.
Well, yeah, you can also just watch all the episodes on the Netflix or the DVDs, or what you can do.
Browse the Power Rangers websites for like random minutia.
What you can do is to really bone up, is to watch fan series. There's this one show you might have heard of. It's called Database Rangers Power Reviews. Database Rangers Power Reviews, because I hear that guy knows a lot about Power Rangers.
Actually, I pronounce database, and all the other characters pronounce database except for Dr. K.
Okay, what does she say?
Database. Well, because she's got the little pseudo Kiwi accent that isn't really a Kiwi accent.
It's Corinthian.
What about Data Bus?
Data Bus.
Data Bus.
Data Bus Ranger. Yeah, no. She's Corinthian. We're just gonna go over it that one. It's not a New Zealand accent. Well, it's Boston accent if you're in the Power Rangers universe.
Actually,
right?
one thing that I still find really funny is that one of the things about Power Rangers Grid Defense, this is a little bit of teaser information. It takes place in Omega City, which some of you people may remember it from Power Rangers RPM. Omega City being a location in Power Rangers RPM, and they mention it as being, I believe, like 273 kilometers outside of Corinth, and they show on the little map that it's north and west, that's west and north, and I like looking at that map. I'm looking at what that distance is. I'm like, what is that in miles? I'm like,
wait a minute.
That's New York cap. What? It's pointing toward. That's where I'm filming. What? That's where I am.
That's awesome.
Boston. I was filming on location in Omega City.
There it is, man.
That was crazy to realize.
That is crazy. Well, you're not the only one to have shot on location, sir.
Yeah.
Because I shot on location in Pittsburgh with Gemma for 21 JSR. Not that I wrote it into a script or anything. We just knew we were gonna be there, and it's like, let's shoot a scene in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Why not?
And it's
totally
like
did over those bridges by the Three Rivers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because I showed it. Okay, funny story. I showed that scene to my mom the other day, and she's like, "Where is that? That's not where you used to live." And I'm like, it was in Pittsburgh when I went to visit Gemma." She's like, "Oh my gosh, what?" So, hi mom, if you're watching this, you're probably not.
Hi, Seamus's mom.
Hi, Seamus's mom.
She's a very lovely person.
Fantastic.
But yo, okay, I gotta say,
a fine son.
No.
Yeah. This is happening. This is happening.
Oh my God.
Oh, turn the home.
Oh my God,
there we
this is
go.
happening.
This is happening.
This is happening.
Yes.
I feel loved or something.
Can you feel
The love
I'm feeling
tonight.
something. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Thank you.
well, you're
Thank
feeling
you.
something. We gotta stop it. So, other things. I got to host the VR Troopers panel and the Ameritoku panel.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
That
You
was-
got to moderate both of those. So
And
it was good
there was the
times.
No Pink Spandex panel.
Yes, where you were one of the No Pink Spandex.
We're one of the
people.
No Pink Spandexers.
That's a podcast, in case you didn't realize. It's been on for 10 years. You should realize this by
You
now.
should listen to it because you get to hear me.
These sweet, sultry tones of dulcet noisiness.
Power Rangers. It's a thing.
Power Rangers. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Power Rangers. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
No, but like, okay, so we did giveaways at the MPS panel and our fan
That's
film
true.
panel.
That's true.
And
You had like crazy stuff to give away. I was not anticipating any of that.
look, I don't need as much. Look, dude, you can keep buying stuff, but there are people out there who will probably enjoy it more.
Yeah.
And I've also been given like review copies. and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah, no,
So
that's true.
It's promotion.
No,
So,
now I feel bad that I didn't have like better prizes for trivia. I had a few nice things. I had like exclusive things with the comic books, but this guy.
So we gave away. We were like, all right, this one's for Ultraman 1966 original release from BCI Eclipse.
DVD sets. This guy.
And this woman won it, and she ran up and she's like, "Oh my gosh, no one else here likes Ultraman but me."
She was so happy for the Ultraman. It was good times.
And I'm very excited that like a little kid won he won the
Cockroach Ranger. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Cockroach Ranger, the series that was adapted into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3 and Alien Rangers, that's going to DVD. Thank you, Shout Factory.
Oh, speaking of Alien Rangers.
Shout Factory's awesome. Brian Ward, you're a cool dude.
Except the part where you don't like the new Voltron. We're all allowed to be wrong, Brian. You can keep watching it and change your opinion. But no.
I loved our interview with Brian.
He was
by the
so
way.
great.
He was so cool.
So, Kareem Prince, who played Sestro.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so sweet.
You got to meet him,
I
right?
did.
He is the coolest guy.
He
Yeah.
is.
We did a thing with MPS where we talked to him a little bit. You know?
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not a secret.
yeah.
And he was so eloquent and he was on point and he knew what was up and he had things
I
to
don't
say.
even know what's up.
He talked about how he got cast and how his approach to
Yeah,
acting
yeah.
and his place in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's like there wasn't any let me think about it. He's just like. And he said like the best part of the con was when like there was our friend Liz, she dressed up as
Billy.
No, it's not. Well, she dressed up as Billy, but she also dressed up as Delphine in like
okay.
like not in the Ranger suit, like alien head.
Yeah, with the alien head. Yeah, okay.
And he's like that makes it worth it.
I didn't realize that she was the one doing that.
Yep, that was her, man.
It's sometimes difficult with the stuff and things.
Yeah,
like I know
I'm
I'm completely unrecognizable with goggles on my head.
They do nothing.
Take these off. They
do
hurt
nothing.
my head a little bit.
They're so cool.
I would be wearing the jacket right now, but it's like we're in LA, so I'm like melting.
Yeah, well we're melting right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see. It's pretty great.
Blue. It's such a calming shade of blue.
It is. It's like really serene blue, which is ironic because it belongs to my villain.
Two can play at that game.
Oh no! He's getting out his Goring goggles.
The Goring. Evil Dr. Goring.
Evil Dr.
The evil
Goring.
Dr. Diedrich Goring, the villain from 21 Jump Street Rangers.
Yeah. So I'm apparently flanked by villain from his series, villain from my series. Gemma was not the one who played the villain from my series, but these goggles are...
Fist bump Gemma.
Yeah, they're each wearing the goggles from our respective adaptation series.
I should have done the whole video like this. This is great.
It's pretty fantastic, isn't it? I have glasses, I can't wear them. It's pretty terrible. What's it?
This is so great. I love this, Gemma. This is really fun to
but
watch.
I did some filming for DRPR year 3, which is a thing that will happen.
Yes.
It's in progress. I've already filmed some stuff. I've filmed various apartment scenes already. I have more apartment scenes to film because Marissa and I are still moving, at like the end of the month.
Yes.
So I got to film like all the stuff that takes place in the apartment, which means I need to finish writing all the stuff that takes place in the apartment. That's a bit of an issue. I may have filmed all the Power Morphicon stuff this weekend without actually a script for it yet.
Yes.
Because that episode's like quite a bit later on.
Yes.
So that was a challenge. I was running around doing that.
Hmm.
And it was a busy weekend between working staff and running trivia, doing the fan film stuff, doing the power review stuff,
and just going to see things. Like, I cannot stress enough that if you come to California for Power Morphicon, do not just go to PM. Like, PMC's great.
Yeah.
But like, go to visit Fake Japan.
Yeah.
As Gemma named it. Go to visit the beach, which Gemma is all about.
Oh, and don't forget the Korean friendship.
The Korean
temple.
Friendship Temple.
The Korean
Bell of Friendship, whatever.
Bell of Friendship. Yeah. AKA the VR troopers.
Where are you, Dad? I miss you.
You were right, Dad. This is an awesome temple.
Dad.
Yeah, if
you were right. Jake Says Hi is a great way to update your fans.
It really is.
Little did I know that Grimlord had an update of his own.
I know.
Transition. See, that's how you do VR Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That was a great place. We went. That was one of the first places that we went.
On the Friday.
Yeah, that was on Friday. Like we went to go pick up. We picked up Nick, or we picked up Gemma?
No, I was the night before.
You were the night
picked
before.
up you. Then we picked up Nick. Then we came back here, slept, woke up. No, first we went to Angel Grove High.
That's right. We picked up Nick in the evening. Then Friday morning we went to see Angel Grove High School, the actual high school that is Angel Grove High,
which is Ulysses S. Grant High School.
Yes. So some of you may have seen that picture of me on Twitter.
School is in session soon, so don't go to visit it right now.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's actually, I think classes start tomorrow.
If you're gonna visit it during the summer. Don't bother the students.
Yes.
Don't bother the teachers. Don't get yourself arrested.
Or if you really want to go, go on a weekend. Or
exactly.
And then we went to see the VR Troopers Temple, which is just gorgeous.
It is so beautiful. It's right by the ocean. There's lots of rocks and grass.
So beautiful.
Like the ocean breeze.
Oh my god. That was so beautiful.
Very windy, though.
Yes.
Very windy.
So
very windy.
So the real lesson is, don't just chill at the convention center.
Yeah, try and enjoy, if you have the time.
If you have the time.
Try and enjoy, visiting a new place.
Yes.
Which has a lot of great, locations. Like, I know you guys at No Pink Spandex went to go visit the House of the Book.
The House of the Book? So the House of the Book.
Yeah.
The House of the Book. No, our own story.
The Command Center.
Okay, so the real quick story there is that we roll up and we're dressed all super nice and we're trying to play it cool. And the guy, first thing the guy says when he takes us out and we're in front of the command center was he said, "Oh, have you guys ever seen the show Power Rangers? This was the power chamber." And we were like, "Yeah, I think I said, I think a friend of mine watched it when I was a kid." Yeah. And then at the end we do the whole tour because we're like, "Oh, is this guy going to be cool with the fan thing? We don't know." Yeah. So then at the end he seems pretty cool. So we're like, "All right, we have Lisa, our intrepid MPS leader, was like, we got one more thing.
Lisa J.
Pull out more first."
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool thing though that those apparently guys. Those designs on the side of the command center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are it's like a map of Israel.
Is it really?
That's what it is. I knew you were saying before that it was something relating to Israel. I wasn't quite sure
so
what it
now
is.
You
what
know
unique building?
Because it is part of a Jewish community center.
Yeah, and there was a Jewish summer camp in session while we were there.
I should definitely check that out before I head back home.
You gotta call him.
We gotta call him.
You can roll up, but they don't really like it. So you need to arrange something if you're going. You can try again.
Right.
Just be courteous. It's not just a place you roll up to. It's a very serious place, and they're usually pretty cool about it.
Right.
But they will turn you away if they're busy. So
okay.
So if they have an event going on.
I'd like to visit at least a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be
it would be so much
I'm
fun.
out here, like I'm trying to get the full, LA in a week experience.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
I spent a summer out here once. I had a great time. I want to, kind of. It's been 9 years.
Yes.
I'd like to soak it in once again. Get some beach time. Get
Beach
some me time. I'll probably still be doing plenty of work in the meantime though, because I got plenty of writing to do. Got to work on my curriculums for my curricula for my classes, because I got classes starting up at the beginning of September.
Your
A
little
lot of
buddy.
stuff to do.
Yes.
Very busy.
He looks like a parrot.
He needs to
sitting
be a
there.
parrot. I need
A little
to
Rexy.
tape this to myself.
There was a parrot at Power Morphicon.
Wasn't that the circuit lady?
I think that might have been Brianne Siddall with the parrot.
Right.
Because you guys
I
said
keep hearing about that.
you guys said that was the circuit lady. I'm like, you mean Brianne Siddall?
I think she came up to the mic and just said something like circuit line, like Trip, oh no, and she said it in the voice.
In the circuit voice. Oh, she does plenty of voice acting. I know she was in like Dot Hack Sign with Lex Lang and others. Lex Lang was one thing I meant to do, and I feel bad that I didn't.
Yeah.
Was I walked up to Lex Lang and he wasn't feeling well at the time, so he was like, meet me back later.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get back to him in time before he disappeared again.
Yeah.
But I asked if he would be willing to do a quick clip of me and him both yelling, Darkanda! Which sadly we did not get to do. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
I can't do everything. There was a lot
there was
do
a lot. I didn't get plenty of other cameos.
You got a photo with your
I did.
idol.
I got the photo with me, aka the Phantom Ranger, Ali Afshar, the actual voice of the Phantom Ranger.
Yes.
You guys might have seen. I posted that I think to Facebook with Phantom Rangers Unite. That was me and Ali Afshar.
And he was really excited to hear that you had done a whole series
it was
based on
I was I was running all over the place, making sure people were getting where they needed to go, putting out fires, this and that, because it's a big con. There's a lot to do.
Yes.
And as I was going through, I was passing through the photo room, and I found out that Ali Afshar had just been there, and there had been no one to take no one to take photos with him.
No.
And that was terrible. I'm like, oh my god, Ali Afshar was here. I would have taken a photo with him. Oh god. And so I go to see him at his table, and it's like, nobody had gotten a picture with the Phantom Ranger. I'm just like, I want to let you know, I've dedicated a web series to developing the identity of your character. It has 78 episodes now.
Yes.
And it's like, oh wow. So I'm like, I'm hoping that made his day.
Yes. I'm sure it did.
Because honestly, the Phantom Ranger, just by virtue of being such a mystery, is such a fascinating character to me.
Of course.
The more that is left sort of unrevealed about the character, the more fascinating he kind of becomes. Because you could tell that there was more to him.
Yes.
Like, there are characters where it's just like, they don't tell you anything, but there's also clearly
Right.
not anything there. But he was one where, it's like he was from Eltar, they were all wondering who he is, and they never found out, and that's just such a, I want more of that in the show, where it's just like, they just, it builds the universe so well, and it gives you such a jumping off point to really delve into the whole Power Rangers multiverse, really.
Right.
So
what other things about Power Morphicon? Because we've been doing this video for a while.
We have.
bed.
This is true. We all do need to go. Am I forgetting something? Tell me if I'm forgetting something.
I mean, there was your boy Brian Castantini. There was Phantom Ranger.
Yep. That was good times.
New Ninja Steels.
I know something.
What's
What?
up? What's the
The
Oh yeah.
MMPR movie.
Yeah.
The people or some of the promoters and stuff there, they were there and they were doing these cool little photos
Yeah.
for all of the guests there, attendees, and anyone who wanted to go in the photo booth and customize their own little Ranger poster.
Yes.
So I picked blue because that's my favorite color, but they had all the colors, and
Yep.
you could put your name on it. See, there's my name.
Yep. It's just like the Ranger posters that are out for the movie.
That was pretty cool.
I went there 3 times. The reason I went there 3 times will make sense later. I'm not going to explain that.
I went there 5 times. So
Yeah, because you wanted one of every color.
Take from that what you will.
Yeah. Sorry, I just explained.
Oh.
They had 5 colors.
Oh.
And they were free.
They were
They were free.
which was a fantastic thing. But yes, no, I mean, I was like, basically, when I told these guys, hey, you want to do a Jake Says Hi? I'm like, they're like, how long is it take? Almost 5 minutes or however long we want to talk. Apparently we wanted to talk for more than 5 minutes.
This is how I normally, whenever I've Skyped with Jake before, we're like, oh, we're going to work on something. And then we usually just end up talking about television for like an hour.
Yeah,
usually
and then we start working. Seamus and I were writing partners.
Yeah.
For a good while until I got super busy with teaching.
Until he got super busy with teaching, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Totally legit.
At any rate, though, we should be probably sleeping soon because we have to wake up early.
I think the one other thing to take from this weekend is
You're a monster.
That's an in-joke.
That is an in-joke. That is the key phrase of the weekend. Thank you all so much for everything. I look forward to releasing Power Rangers Grid Defense by the end of this month. It's going to be very exciting. And diving right back into Power Reviews, 79A Year 2 finale. It's going to be huge. Part of the reason I did Grid Defense was to take a break from the craziness of those 2 episodes. Those 2 episodes are so crazy. I decided to make a Power Rangers episode because it was easier than working on the review episodes I was working on. To an extent.
To an extent, yes.
I mean, the thing is, I've got like 150 effect shots in those. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I've talked everyone's ear off. We've all talked each other's ear off.
Yes.
Should get to sleep. You've got an early flight. So I think it's time to sign this off. You guys know how to do it?
Do we?
I don't know. Let's see. Ready and farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. There we go. We got that.
What did we do that for?
That was like an hour, I think.
That was not an hour.